Today we are exploring the port of Flam, Norway. It's a little port, but it's packed with lots to do. This parking lot is for cars and RVs, and in the distance is a beach area and a place for kayak rentals as well as some hiking trails. There's a small cruise terminal building and people are gathering for their ship's shore excursion. The motor coaches are conveniently waiting. Here's a city park and a playground which would be great for people traveling with small children needing to burn off some energy. The 3-story building is a hotel. This is a street vendor area. The food trucks open at lunchtime and there are a few local vendors set up here too. It is surrounded by other buildings which have shopping. Here is a co-op grocery and post office. There are 3 smaller boat docking stations for ferries and tour boats. This red building is the visitor and train center. Just behind it are the train tracks and across is a ferry docked and ready to go. This lot is for the public bus and the public shuttle bus. And this little building is a souvenir shop with a fabulous surprise inside. The bike rental area is here, and as you turn the corner and walk down this way, you will come across other tour options like a tourist train, rib boat tours, and small electric car rentals. Okay, enough for the overview already. Let's go take a closer look in the town. We walk along the path close to the waterfront and exit the docking area. This is Flamsbrygga, which houses a cafe and restaurant, and you don't need to speak Norwegian to understand that they serve ice cream. Next is this bright yellow building with shops on the ground floor. On the far end is the Flam Bakery. They serve a delightful cup of coffee and offer a large variety of pastries and baked goods. They even serve pizza here. There is a ticketing station on the right, and people are standing in line to board the ferry on my left. I go closer to the sign to determine where this ferry is going. The sign says it is for a fjord cruise to Gudvangen. I don't know if passengers from our ship are taking this ferry, but the sign gives a website, fjordtours.com, so if you're coming to Flam, you might want to check out that website. The train has arrived and is getting ready for passengers. Inside the ticketing station today, people are booking trains, ferries, fjord cruises, and shuttle buses up to a viewpoint. Beside the train is that souvenir shop I mentioned earlier with the special surprise. There's a free museum in the back. You can access an audio guide by clicking on the QR code. This museum is definitely worth seeing if you have some time in town, and you can't beat the price. Free. Near this museum is an area for renting bicycles. A touring bike rents for 440 Norwegian kroner, or 40 US for the day, and an electric bike rents about 90 US for the day. Around the corner is Fjord Safari, where there are several active tours listed from hikes to rib boat rides. You can find more about this at fjordsafari.com. The little red tourist train is beyond there. This is another view of Fjord Safari from the back. One of the rib boats is leaving with a full boat load of passengers geared up and ready to visit the fjords. The tourist train tour is 45 minutes and leaves on the hour every hour, starting at 9 a.m., with the last little train leaving at 4 p.m. The price was listed as $20 per adult and $15 per child up to age 15. The family rate was $55 for 2 adults and 2 children. Opposite the tourist train is another green space. We saw several robotic lawnmowers like this one in town, and across the way is the electric car rental location. For more info about renting these, go to emobflam.no. I backtracked a little to do some shopping. Several of the street vendors are already set up this morning, but the food trucks have not opened yet. But it looks like a pretty good place to eat if you were in town. The co-op was not opened this morning, so I did not get to explore inside there, but I did get to go to the Arland penny loafer outlet. The smell of leather was really strong in here. There were purses, belts, bags, but mostly penny loafers. I walked across the bridge to explore this area that I could see from our ship when we docked. Isn't it just beautiful? and I found the kayak rental area. The workers gave instructions about how to effectively operate the single and double kayaks and helped to launch the kayakers into the water. There are some little trails to explore right here, and I got my favorite cruise ship photo in Flam from this spot. Looking back up at the mountains, I saw this camper disappear from view as it entered one of the mountain tunnels, and I knew that was next on my agenda. I was glad I had the morning free in Flam to explore, but it was time to get ready for our excursion. We booked an excursion called Ireland, Laerdale, and the Borgund Stave Church. We boarded the motor coach and traveled through the tunnel and soon arrived at the Stagastein viewpoint. I'm probably butchering all of these names. Wow, look at these views. If I didn't have to share the view with 100 other people, it would be so peaceful here. We were supposed to stop in the towns of Ireland and Laerdale, but because of the slow traffic on the mountain roads, we had to skip those stops so we could get to the Borgund Stave Church. Tour guides explained the history to small groups of about 20 people per group, and we got to see the inside of the church as well. I hung back toward the back of the group and was able to get a couple of quick photos without the crowd in them. We reboarded our motor coach and headed back to our ship. As we pulled away from the dock, the townspeople gave us a friendly send-off, or maybe they were just happy we were leaving, but I'm very happy we came. This is Shirley with Shirley's Journeys, and I hope all of your journeys are pleasant ones.